What's going on, everyone? It's a true Geordie back again with a Newcastle versus Man United review. And before the game I said I didn't have a hope in hell. Man United 3-0. Even the worst Man United team in history are still going to come to St James's Park right now and hunt with too many injuries, no creativity anyway. We can't seem to stop the goals from conceding and we can't score goals. So it didn't take a genius to predict that. I'm not blowing smoke at me arse here. It was a fucking obvious thing to say. And to be fair, even the night before the game, Wayne Rooney's injured. Oh, he's hurt his vagina. He's not playing. So they're going to replace Wayne Rooney, 1 goal in every 2 starts for Man United practically, with Hernandez, 1 goal in every 2 starts. Probably the most underrated, underused striker in Premier League right now. A player who plays off the last shoulder, can finish. The kind of player I would love for Newcastle United, I'm not going to lie. He comes in, so my arse is still twitching like a fucking rabbit's nose. And to be fair, Pardew, yeah, he must have kicked the lads up the arse a little bit. They put in a tiny bit more effort, but to be fair, I think if they'd come out with 11 sleeping bags, a tent, and went to kip in the middle of the park, they still would have put in more effort just putting the tent up than what they put in against Southampton. It was that bad. And to be fair, Newcastle did close down a little bit. Ashley Young ended up going off early on. Haidara put a challenge in on him. He hurt his hand or whatever. All these Man United fans, all these Man United players seem to be getting off for fucking God knows what problem. They bring on Januzaj, so that's Januzaj, Juan Mata, Kagawa, all number 10s, interlinking constantly, going to cause problems. And at that point in time, I knew it was game over. I knew it was game over before the game. Newcastle cannot live with a number 10 who really knows what to do. Lallana in the last match, Barkley in the last game, and since the dawn of time, we've been struggling with number 10s, and these cunts are playing 3. So it was obvious what was going to happen, and they all got in on the act, don't worry about that. But the first decent chance of the game fell to Cisse. I wouldn't even say it was more of a half chance. Williamson rose above Fellaini. Fellaini, 90% afro, 10% human being. Managed to get above him, nods it down. Cisse has the overhead. Was never going to come off, but fair play to the lad. He was putting himself out, trying to just live on the scraps. Santon. Now, I love to give people credit where it's due. I love to just be honest. Santon, on the right-hand side, like I've been saying since I can remember, since I was about 2 months old, Santon needs to play on the right-hand side. The kid's got no left foot. He can't defend. He needs to be a right midfielder. And as soon as you put him on that right-hand side, with those outswingers coming back onto the head, he puts in good balls straight away. His crosses improve straight away. Great ball into Cisse. Powerful header on. Forces a good save from Lindegaard. Straight after that, Santon knocks it round Evra, runs round the other way, picks the ball up, puts in a great ball in, and unfortunately the 2 fucking strikers, and I use that term loosely where Luke de Jong's concerned, because he's not really a striker for me. He's a Heskey, whatever a Heskey is. I still don't know to this day. They pull out. Easy save for Lindegaard, I think, but really was never going to get anywhere without strikers attacking the ball. But fair play to Santon. He's clearly a right midfielder, and if we are going to play him ever, that's the position to play him in my opinion. Not long after that, Gosling brought down Fletcher right on the edge of the box. Mate, what were you doing, Gosling? What are you doing bringing someone down in that position when you've got free kick takers like Man United? Mata steps up, top corner, easy, 1-0, and you just knew what was going to happen after that. As soon as they went to goal up, we should have attacked them, come out the traps very quickly. We knew it was going to go down to the first goal, because Man United haven't lost this season after they went in front first. They don't lose away, in fact, as far as I'm aware. So we needed that first goal. We didn't get it. And at that point, for me, it was game over even at that point. Not long after that, Kagawa set up Hernandez. He left Colaccini for dead all day long. He hit the post, very unlucky. Half-time, 1-0. And at that point, I think we all knew what was going on. Come out for the second half of the game and you think the lads are going to come out motivated, concentrated. They've had time to re-energise, think what they're going to do, have the sip of that Lucasade. Product placement in True Geordie videos aren't usual, but I'll give Lucasade the nod here. They'll have that Lucasade, they'll come out energised. Colaccini comes out as if he's been smoking a fucking joint, mate. What the fuck were the Dean in there listening to Bob Marley? Well, jamming, I hope you like jamming too. Yeah, that's enough of the singing. Anyway, comes out, nods the ball straight to fucking Hernandez. Hernandez plays the 1-2 with Kagawa, comes back into him, he lays it off to Mata. Mata sends everyone the wrong way, 2-0, embarrassing, man. Who comes out for a second half like that? What kind of team talk are we giving? Like, are we singing Kumbaya around the fucking semicircles, round the circle, just together holding hands? What the fuck is going on? Really? Anyway, Pardew does his usual, I'm going to have to make sure that people think I look like I know what I'm doing, so I better make a substitution. What would make myself look really tactical? I know, I'll bring Hatton Ben Arthur on for Luke de Jong for a fucking change. Pardew, mate, we all know you're clueless. You do the same fucking thing every fucking week, mate. You haven't got a clue. You haven't got a fucking clue, mate. The quicker this cunt is out of the club, the better. And you can take Mike Ashley fucking with you. Kagawa, not long after that, he lost Tiote and Anita, left them for dead. He set up Hernandez, who also left Colaccini and Williamson for dead. Why weren't we tracking the fucking runs? I mean, it's an old-fashioned idea. Granted, yeah, I might be thinking outside of the box here a little bit, but track the fucking runs, lads. It's not a hard thing to do. You don't have to be a technically gifted player, technically a high ability. Tracking runs is ABC football shit, mate. You should have learnt it in the fucking when you were 11-year-old. Anyway, not long after that, Cisse got the ball on the edge of the box. I think Anita played a ball over the top to him. He takes it down, has a decent shot on the edge of the box. Cisse, he's having shots whenever he can. He's just doing what he can. We all know the lad isn't the most gifted player, but he's having shots, which is more than he has been doing for the last fucking 12 months, to be fair. So at least he's having shots now, is the way I'm looking at it. Haidara then gets down the wing. He crosses it in. Good cross into Cisse. Cisse takes the ball down and it sits up for him beautifully, bounces, and he just lashes it and he launches it to Lindegaard. And Lindegaard matches him every bit way. He just saves it, no bother, as if it was a normal shot on target. He blasted that, to be fair. I don't know how he didn't score. It just wasn't Cisse's day. But yeah, there was no real penetration from the middle. The only time we ever really had a decent chance for me was when the crosses were coming in, they were coming in, and yeah, Santon and Haidara. Where were the widths? There was none really, apart from the fullbacks. Not long after that, Shola came on for Gouffran, and I'm thinking, what are you bringing Shola on for the junk minutes? Shola is fucking finished at Newcastle United. Bring the fucking kids on and give the kids a chance, Pardew. You narrow-minded bastard. Give those kids a fucking chance, for fuck's sake. Not long after that, I think it was in the 90th minute, fucking Jan